you can get literally thousands of dollars of free money.
It's free real estate.
Through cryptocurrency airdrops that give you basically these new tokens for interacting with these cryptocurrency protocols early in their development, their lifespan. Basically, be rewarded for being an early adopter, a beta tester, whatever. The point of this is to decentralize their project, skirt around the Howey test and security stuff like that, but even furthermore, just to reward their early adopters and their users and try to build and foster a true great community around their project. My name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm going to show you how to get some airdrop eligibility for just a couple bucks today. This has been a focus and a feedback on some of our recent airdrop hunting videos, which is basically, how can I do this without burning up $100, $1,000, right? There's different ways to go about it. And today we're going to tackle this in one of the most frugal methods possible, and then kind of expand out from there. And I've got some other fun updates as well. So let's dig into it. So there's this new protocol about running around, and basically you take an NFT and you bridge it across all these chains, but it can also accompany gas tokens, which will largely eliminate a lot of your just gas fees, transaction fees that you can pay and get burnt on along the way. This is utilizing layer 0 technology with an emphasis on zk-sync and the zk-evm machines there. So that's going to be what we dig into, but I've got a couple updates I want to touch on first. I filled out the mini pod mining farm that we've been building here at VoskCoin. Got over 23 miners running in there, actually 5 miners, 23 of them. I've got synced up here on NiceHash, and pretty cool, pretty exciting. Electricity bills getting pretty crazy. Today we're really going to be focusing on layer 0, the layer 0 network, zk-sync era, which boasts to be the future-proof zk-evm and a few other things. I'm going to assume you know what MetaMask is, or another browser-based crypto wallet, and you have it set up. One great thing you can do if you're trying to get your costs down on all this airdrop hunting and really getting some Ethereum out of an exchange and on-chain, right, is to use Coinbase, right? I got a shameless plug that'll give us both $10 in Bitcoin if you use my link down below, but that's not what this is about. The point is that Coinbase is a centralized exchange. You can turn dirty dollars and other fiat into Ethereum, and they support multiple blockchains for withdrawal now, right? So don't withdraw to Ethereum. It's the most expensive chain by far. You can withdraw to Polygon, you can use Arbitrum, and a few others now, okay? So let's go over to Stargate Finance. This is built on the layer 0 network, and let's just focus on what the hell is layer 0 anyway. It's, think of web 3, web 2, web 4, enter web 0. How many times are we going to do this?
Stop it. Get some help.
Layer 0 enables the realization of cross-chain applications with a low-level communication primitive. Basically, it's a technology entirely built and focused around connecting all these chains. And in this era of chains just popping up here, this is pretty good timing for them. Stargate Finance is built on layer 0. It's using layer 0 tech. Okay, layer 0 doesn't even have their own token yet. So by doing anything utilizing layer 0 technology, we're hunting the layer 0 airdrop. Stargate is an omni-chain bridge. They already have their own token, so don't think you're going to be getting free airdrop tokens by using their protocol, but it's what many people are using outside of just official bridges for individual blockchain. So let me really show you how this breaks down, right? So they support all these different source networks, and then they support all these different chains for your destination. And this is great depending on what you want to do. In particular, we're going to be focusing on zk-sync era in this video, which they do not support, at least not yet. I touched on this in the previous video, but this tool is so cool. When you're hunting cryptocurrency airdrops, you want to have more activity. You want to have more unique days, more unique weeks, more unique months. You want more volume. Sadly, you want to, if you really care, you want to burn more in fees. You of course want more interactions, and you want to do that with more and more different protocols on their chain, okay? So ZK Flow is a great free tool to just get a quick snapshot of what you're doing, how you're doing. Now to bring it back to L2 Marathon, NFTs using layer 0, right? And so they didn't sponsor this video or anything like that. I just think this is an interesting tool, and this is going to really help get your costs down and get your participation up. Okay, so you can come on here and mint a runner. I just minted one right here just to test 71320. So basically this cost me around 54 cents, and I'm on zksync error right now. This fee, some of that gas will be refunded, and then it looks like I'm paying probably 50-60 cents to mint this. But you may be saying, hey, hold up, what the hell, man? How'd you even get your ETH on chain? That's a great point. So this is the official zksync error bridge. Well, all right then. Enter bridge.zksync.io. Okay, so this is the official zksync bridge, and it's only supporting Ethereum mainnet. So you can take the expensive route, right? And you can bridge some Ethereum over here from mainnet. And if you do this, let's estimate the cost here, right? So we look at the cost, estimating that it would cost us about $8. It's really not that expensive for dealing with the ETH chain. We'll just go ahead and sync that transaction to get another one in the books. But I told you that we're going to be looking for cheaper ways to do this. So you see this protocol I've interacted with a lot on my ZK Flow chart. It's called Orbiter Finance. It's another bridge, but it supports multiple blockchains here. So we can see that it supports all of these source chains. So remember how I said you could withdraw from Coinbase or say any other exchange onto Arbitrum, Polygon, right? So let's use Arbitrum. I really do enjoy the Arbitrum. So I've got some ETH over there, right? And so I'll put in 0.001. I mean, I don't really want to send a bunch of ETH there when I don't have too much on that chain. If you look at this, look how much cheaper this is to send Ethereum from Arbitrum to zksync era as opposed to using the Ethereum main blockchain. It's estimating my gas is 8 cents. Okay, I'm sending 0.01 ETH and it's costing me 0.0016 ETH in order to do that. Ultimately, paying like $1 to do this as opposed to probably like $9-10 on the ETH chain. And again, that's a really good fee. There's many times during the day when bridging from Ethereum will cost you $30, $50, $100. It's just absolutely absurd. And that's how easy it is. All you need to do is just get some ETH on that source chain. And I just showed you Arbitrum, right? We could also use many different blockchains like Polygon. And it's a really good user experience, right? I click over on the chain. I say I want to do that. It prompts me. It saves what I'm doing. I click confirm again. And just like that, I can participate. Good old whopping 0.01. I mean, this is cheap as far as crypto goes. This is so cheap. And look how fast that was. Pretty good, Polygon. Historically, you have not impressed me with your speed, which is largely why Polygon is moving to Polygon zk-evm, and they're actually basically merging their original Polygon blockchain, ditching that old tech, and entirely moving to a zero-knowledge Ethereum virtual machine zk-evm network and setup there. So that's the extended version on how the hell to get your coins on chain. And we already talked about minting a runner. I already minted a runner on zksync, so now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go to zksync. It'll swap the chain. We see we've got this runner right here. Okay. Now we're going to select that one and we're going to send it to a different chain. So actually Polygon zk-evm, where they basically teased an airdrop, would be an excellent choice to send this runner. And let's go ahead and send him along with $2. So I already have matic on that chain. So in particular, this isn't all that useful for me in this scenario. But the point here being is that if I didn't have any coins on that chain, then that would be a great choice. So you can see my cost here is going to be $1.30, bringing my total cost here to $5. You know, ultimately, if you really kind of zone in, you take the fees from over here and over there. You know, if you don't have any coins on chain, you got to come out of an exchange. Maybe you need to use a bridge to get to something. You're probably looking at paying $10 to try to do these things, right? So now let's switch over to the Polygon zk-evm. We switch, it prompts us, and then we can look at these other chains that we can go to. It looks like, unfortunately, a lot of these other chains are not supported by them at this moment. And some of these blockchains, the airdrop hunting opportunity has come and gone. For example, Optimism, right? Obviously, BNB chain, Avalanche Seed chain. There's rumors, speculation, Arbitrum could do some more things in the future. Technically, Optimism actually has more coins in their airdrop, in their roadmap, and you could say the same about Arbitrum. But it's not going to be that initial big, exciting airdrop that we all love and know. Quick refresh, we've got our little runner guy here. And now we'll send him to the Polygon mainnet as opposed to the Polygon zk-evm. These are, again, two different blockchains. It gives us another interaction there. And you saw that basically is going to cost us $1. Remember, when you're dealing with ZK chains, your gas chain is oftentimes much more highly estimated than your actual fee. You should roughly expect to get half of your gas fee back. So when you see that gas fee in these transactions, this is really costing me likely half of what it says it is. And I know that's kind of confusing. So let's go back over to zksync era. We look at my second runner that I got over here, and let's just go ahead and send him somewhere. Let's send him here, right? Good luck, little buddy. And we'll reject that, and we'll send them with $2 of gas. You don't want to be that guy showing up and you never bring anything, you never contribute, but all you do is take and you're just always running around, and they're running around, they want some water, maybe they're gonna drink one of your Gatorades. Like, dude, at least bring $2 to contribute to the cause, right? You don't want to be the stingy one. But that's really like all there is to this here. Again, this is giving us more transactions, more interactions. So I'll come over here and let's see if it's gonna track. You see, now we're up to 54 interactions. It doesn't have that protocol listed down here. Maybe they'll add in the future. I think they're very slow and hesitant to add things in case they don't work out, right? This is a new protocol. This could blow up. This could stop working. It could be exploited, right? Just understand that this isn't an endorsement or anything on that front, but I will say that it's very cool that you're not only doing things on, say, the zk-sync era chain, right? But it's powered by Layer 0, and there's a lot of talk about Layer 0, and a lot of projects want to be like Layer 0 now. I didn't even know Coin Bureau offered paid press releases. But speaking of paid press releases, thanks to Layer 1X for sponsoring today's video. When they boast in this paid press release that they've answered the call. What if there was a solution that connected the blockchain ecosystem and eliminated the need for bridges? Well, they say that they're answering this call. Forget you, Layer 1. We're now Layer 1X, okay? This is their X-Talk technology, which enables the transfer of assets, data, and logic across previously incompatible blockchains without the need for bridges. They are about to launch their public sale. They also claim to be the world's fastest interoperable blockchain. And I think it's pretty interesting to see how novel a development that Layer 0 is, to the point that there's now a just straight up competitor. So as always, we'll have to see where this goes, but I'll drop a link down in the video description below where you can learn more about this. And finally, to wrap up today's video, I want to remind you to go to the faucets, right? Go into your wallet and try again. Grab the address, right? Come over here. And so right here, I'm getting some Ethereum on the Linea blockchain. Click it again, normally gives you the confirmation. I click over to the Sepolia faucet. Click again, get that confirmation, right? Linea is gonna be a big deal. I really just cannot understate that. They have consensus backing them. They're dealing with some of the biggest names in the business. Okay, so I'll switch over here to the Linea blockchain, signing in here with my MetaMask. And this is just Lineaster, go early Linea build. This is part of their Galaxy airdrop hunting campaign here. And this is a great day for me to hunt this airdrop. Subscribe to VoskCoin. Yes. It's not the best post at all, but it is a post, okay? I sign it, didn't work, try it again, get prompted for a transaction here, and kabam, right? And let me show you the Galaxy campaign on Linea. We've got a lot of videos talking about this, and although the Galaxy campaign seems to have come to an end recently, who knows if they'll drop another week in here, stuff like that. You can go in all these different weeks and you can still do most of these things. And yeah, like Galaxy campaign is important. That's true, right? But we can come over here to say like use connects And when we go into connects, it basically was a quest to go do this. Like, do this, get a couple points, whatever. The point here being is that interactions on chain are just great. So I've got some testnet matic, and I can send it over to the Linea chain. But instead, let me send some of my testnet matic back to the Polygon chain. And we'll just max that out. Approve. Now, what we're saying is that this connects bridge can spend our next matic tokens. Once that is approved, we'll actually be able to send these tokens here through this decentralized application, the smart contract here on chain. I really cannot understate how excited I am about Linea and how this is just likely to be a shining star in cryptocurrency, really just largely due to their backers, right? I mean, Consensus is the biggest just event for the Ethereum and Ethereum virtual machine, just ETH anything, ETH fork, period stuff, clone, right? I didn't really even mean to say clone right there, but the point is it's huge, okay? And they're the ones behind Linea, okay? If you have a chain that's backed by all the major builders, what do you think's gonna happen? And how did I even get testnet matic? Great question. This Mumbai faucet will give you some for free, and you can log in with Alchemy. You have to make an Alchemy account, but all that stuff's free to use and do. And when your transaction's going slow and you're bored, you come in here and you click speed up, you speed it up. And then you're like, you know what? I don't even care. Speed it up again. And just like that, we jumped the line. And now we're gonna get a contract interaction to actually send the coin. So again, first was allowing connects to access our coin, because none of these smart contracts can access your coins unless you give them permission. You don't have to give permission to the native coin you're dealing with, right? So for example, that's why I always like to transact in the native coin. I can spend my ETH here, do this with my ETH over there, do that with my ETH over there, and I'm just not giving a lot of allowances, which ultimately results in potential vulnerabilities and exploits and whatever with your cryptocurrency wallet. That's kind of the quick way to explain this. I hope that wasn't confusing, or it's just what the hell are you talking about? Again, if you're impatient, you can just dump a bunch of gas on this and light a fire under it. Now we can see our next matic is on the way to its destination. Only half. RIP to the other half, I guess. But that is your friendly reminder to do this stuff. That's really all I've got today, guys. As it stands, a lot of my focus right now is really stacking coins, building out the mining farm, and hunting cryptocurrency airdrops and trying to deploy my capital, right? Get my money working for me. Obviously I like exploring things like, NFTs that have tokens or, earnings associated with them. But when the market heats up, these new protocols are going to be so lucrative to use new projects on them, right? It's not just about hunting the airdrop today, like on Layer 0 or zk-sync era or Linea or Polygon zk-evm, because we covered all of those today. It's also about understanding these protocols, getting some coins on chain, being familiar, being comfortable, learning how to use all this stuff in a safe manner. And then when some exciting opportunities arise, you know what to do. You play how you practice, right? So practice how you play. And that's the way I look at this, is that if there's something on one of these chains that I really want to get involved with, right? Or it's all the rage, I'm ready for that. And you can be ready for that too by subscribing to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. If for no other reason than for our zk-evm, our Chief Zero Knowledge Ethereum Virtual Machine Officer, Tails Vosk. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, and see you on the next one.
Shine.